All right, before I fucking lose my mind over this, let's review something KRS
Relied
One
upon.
said.
Now, when you get on stage, does your music hit? Do you give a good performance? How long you up there? Da, 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 da. But for the initial call, you gotta respect your manager. You gotta respect your business game. Get the call, or you get on the stage just to get the call. Promoter got to be sitting there with his budget. Yo, who should I call to get this? I want to sell out. I need to put together a bill that I know is going to be the bill. This is what it is, and your name got to be on that list. You don't get called. So recognize what it is, what the definitions is really talking about. We're actually living this, and that's that up to date knowledge. It's up to be.
All right, so let me fucking. Oh my god, I can't believe how angry this got me. So let me summarize something real quick. So I have a question for a person. This person's name is Fat Joe. He supposedly participates in fucking hip hop. Um, I made a whole bunch of posts about this fucking question because obviously it's a little difficult to get a hold of this person. I think it's understandable. He's a celebrity. A lot of people want to get a hold of him. So I tried. Um, I'm not a rapper, as far as I make double, but not necessarily an MC. I guess in summary, what I will say is, if you look at my profile, which would be the only way, besides, it's not the only way, but it would be the most likely initial way that Fat Joe and or whoever is doing the list of people that would be called upon if and when they requested to be participating in a Fat Joe live stream as I did previously. So, in other words, I have, after making quite a few posts to try to get Fat Joe's attention, requested to be part of one of his live streams on a Saturday, which is usually New Music Saturdays, in which artists, I guess it could be of all kinds, try to get into the live show. The summary of that is, if you just heard what fucking KRS One just said, is more than likely, while it is, open to the general public and things like that, they don't, you know, I guess if I'm going to summarize it, it would seem as if Fat Joe doesn't respect himself if at all points in time they would just be calling on whoever requested to join the live stream. In other words, it would seem as if, while it's understandable that the perception is endorsed or kind of endorsed, like a fucking like pushed, you know what I mean? That anybody could just request to be in the live stream, and anybody could get called, uh, because of the stature that Fat Joe is, that he has reached. It would seem inappropriate. It would seem to be against the principles of hip hop, uh, considering that there are other people involved. There are, his daughter is involved as well, to just call on anyone, especially given the fact that I had spent quite a some time making posts trying to get his attention. In other words, also how KRS One was saying, are you gonna, how long are you gonna be on there? Are you reliable? All these things. In other words, more than likely, I would have had to meet those requirements in order for someone, whether it be Fat Joe or somebody who works with him, to have made the decision to even take the risk of calling on me, a person who's currently doing a live stream with a mask on, And again, if you look at my profile, there's not much indication that while it is true that I am part of hip hop, I am hip hop, very relevant to have called me on the live stream, also extremely odd that he would do so. And if anything, it is a big deal, as I had tried to state previously, or at the very least, not to be disregarded, because if he doesn't respect himself, that's one thing. But given what he says, given the fact that even I've seen how KRS One interacts with Fat Joe, and those are two people I respect. But if I'm gonna be, if I'm gonna be honest, as far as hip hop goes, I have learned more as to reasons why I should respect Fat Joe, as far as hip hop goes. But KRS One, I had known that previously, so that that's all I can say about that. Um, I'm fucking out of breath. It got me fucking angry. Because also it was kind of fucking odd to hear KRS One talk about fucking heart failure. Until I had it, I didn't really hear anybody about it. And I'm fucking going through it right now. Like, you're not supposed to get. This fucking angered me, and I need to fucking calm myself down. Fucking shit. Anyway, yo, the whole thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's obviously something going on, and yeah, I'm including Whips One. I almost forgot to fucking mention this nigga. Yeah, because you know what? Whips One follows my account, and this is also what he expected me to believe. He expected me to believe that it wasn't a big deal. He wanted me to believe that, just like with him, that he also just does things haphazardly, that he also would be interacting with me if I didn't have a certain amount of respect, to fucking command that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't fucking just interact with people like that for no fucking reason. That's part of it too. You know what I mean? And like, well, at the very least, you speak clearly. You know what I mean? Like, even fucking KRS One was talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, everybody has, there's people with different opinions about different fucking things. You know what I mean? He said it too. You've even heard this shit out of my mouth. I guess you could think that I was fucking secretly fucking watching these things for years, but fucking no. You know what I mean? Things would actually, you could tell, things would have been fucking different, because it's amazing to me how quickly it fucking angers me and makes me fucking realize how many people have been fucking lying to me just even listening to this motherfucker for 2 weeks. And I don't mean it as motherfucker like that. It's just like, it's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's what people will fucking deny me. And when I say something like, Fat Joe's one thing, somebody like Whips One, you know what I mean? That's a graffiti writer from New York, same fucking neighborhood, somebody that grew up more than KRS One as far as admiring and as far as, putting down certain about the principles of certain hip hop, just watching as best as I could, you know what I mean, in a certain sense. But, for him to fucking be like, yo, he's following my account. What can I say? You know what I mean? I don't know how many posts he saw he didn't fucking see. All I can say is that he is following my fucking account. And you're following my fucking account, and you fucking from the Bronx, everything else, and you didn't catch that whole, you haven't somehow or another, you missed all that shit with Fat Joe. You know what I mean? And especially the fucking shit about him inviting me to a live is exactly what I was saying. Fucking this nigga just replayed, sorry, because I don't think you like that, but I know certain people. Anyway, if it is something, you know what I mean, I want to make sure that I ain't trying to fucking disrespect, but to fucking move the fuck on, because the fact of the matter is, see, that's what I'm saying, it made me fucking, that's what happens when you fuck with lies, yo, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, it's ridiculous to even have to fucking do that shit, but understandable to a certain point, but fuck, man, what I'm saying, yo, is like, you know what I mean? To try to fucking deny that shit to me, yo. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to say, where it's like, is disrespecting themselves. This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, like, other people don't get it, I guess, maybe because they don't fucking live like that. And the whole, maybe, I guess, the different opinions of hip-hop. But there is a certain point where you're disrespecting yourself to be ignoring some shit. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like ignoring yourself. You know what I mean? It's like me ignoring, it would be like me ignoring the fact that I'm fucking out of breath right now. You know what I mean? And like, that is fucking weird. You know what I mean? But also, fucking I have heart failure. So, I mean, it starts to fucking make sense when I fucking, think about fucking that part too. Um, but fucking whatever. I'm just saying, yo. Yeah, fuck you. I cannot believe. It's been a while. It's been a fucking while. But for oof, oof. Oh, cause I mean, like that's what I'm saying, yo. That Fat Joe shit, yo. Cause realistically, there's too many people around him. That's what I was like. It was the whole, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like there's just too many fucking people around him to fucking for him to be fucking around like that. You know what I mean? So it is fucking weird. It is fucking weird. The shit that's fucking happen is fucking weird. You know what I mean? It is, and it's like it's a little much. It's a little much, man, yo. I do want to make it clear. I'm not trying to fucking say nothing more than that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I just fucking, let's just review real quick because I want to get done with this shit. KRS One, who is also a celebrity, well respected. I found out that minimum $3,000 to speak on many of the things without exaggeration or trying to make it different than what it is, but just truthfully that he's reading from a book, and as he's saying it, I'm like, I already knew that. Like I knew that. Like I would say the same thing. um and I don't know what that's from. But that's true. And so I heard him. He's also somebody who has spoken to Fat Joe at the very least publicly, and seems to have a certain amount of rapport and understanding with him. And what he is saying indicates that it is odd for Fat Joe to have accepted my request to participate in a live stream for his New Music Saturdays. Jesus. Because everything would indicate that if for him to do that, he would have had to trust me. I don't know how else to put it. And if for that to be a fact, and trust and respect, and for that to be a fact, and people be acting the way they're acting, especially somebody who like whips one, just I don't I would love to hear somebody's opinion on it because that's fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck else to say, yo. Like, anyway.